Well, let's start off like this. What is this Liberia Cybercrime Prevention and Mitigation Agency? This is something new in Liberia. Just getting to know this. What is it?
Okay. The Liberia Cybercrime Prevention and Mitigation Agency. It is a non-profit organization registered in 2019 and accredited by the Ministry of Justice. So the Liberia Cybercrime Prevention and Mitigation Agency, also known as LCCPMA, and with our mandate from the Ministry of Justice, we are mandated to provide cybersecurity education, cybercrime awareness, and give technical assistance to law enforcement entities and also to citizens who may encounter a cyber attacks.
You said did you say 2019?
Yeah, 2019.
2019, but you just coming up. Where have you been?
Yeah, we've been in country. I do remember in 2022 we also appeared at the television show at the Elbc, and we've been providing series of awareness throughout the country.
We want to know from you, both of you, what brought up this idea? What led you guys to have formulated this vision?
Yeah, let me just give a little brief.
Yes, just give us the
background,
overview of this cyber
of the LCCPMA. Yeah, mostly the founders of LCCPMA, meaning the incorporators, they were people that went on the government of Liberia and that's of Botswana bilateral scholarship programs. So while we were schooling in Botswana, we realized that there is a law like a cybercrime act, and there are institutions in Botswana that prosecute people who post things on Facebook without the authorization from the rightful person. Like in Botswana, if somebody posts a content that is very offensive to another person, you will be prosecuted. Even if somebody or use somebody email account to conduct fraudulent activity, the person will be prosecuted. And also we notice that in Botswana, anybody that use a computer or the internet to abuse a person or an organization, the person can be prosecuted. But after graduation, we came to Liberia, there was nothing like that. We noticed that people hacking into people's Facebook accounts, people are posting or indecent videos and pictures of people on the internet, they are go free. So like we thought about how can we be a help to our country. So we started doing some voluntary work with the police. Then the police, some high-level official in the police, they advised us that, but you guys can organize yourself and register an organization. So that how can we, I think we were 7, we went to the Liberia Business Registry.
7 of you came from Botswana. Went for study.
Okay. So that how can we register our organization with the Liberia Business Registry, and finally we also got the accreditation from the Ministry of Justice.
Let me hear from you. You are the executive director?
Executive director of training.
Yeah, for training. The assistant director for training.
Yeah.
Okay, let's hear from you. You were part of the team that went to Botswana for study as well?
No, not really.
How did you come on board?
I came on board when I started doing cybersecurity, ethical hacking.
Where?
In Liberia, yeah.
Oh, you were in the school for it?
Yeah, I was in the school.
Which other school are you talking about?
Elevation.
Just hold the microphone to you small. I know you want to relax. Yeah.
At Elevation and other online platform.
Okay.
Due to my passion of cybersecurity, I get in contact with Liberia #1 cybersecurity organization with the LCCPMA. I came on board.
Since you're coming on board and looking at the portfolio that you occupy as assistant director for training, how do you go about with your training principles?
Well, all our training are funded by members of the organization. That was self-funded. When we fund the training, we read organization like RMP and other entities, we read them. Also go there to conduct the training.
How many persons you've trained so far and are part of this organization we're talking about today?
Well, if I'm not making a mistake, like 1,900.
Are they effective? When you train them, are they really effective in terms of implementing what they've learned?
Oh yes, they are effective.
Where do you send them
They are
then?
effective. Mostly, these people are within the government sector. So what they have been taught, they can implement it
At their different
at the
workplaces?
different workplaces.
How do you do the recruitment?
Of the training.
Of course.
For every institution that we read,
Mhm.
we ask them to send people for the training.
Mm.
Yeah.
And you have trained more than 1,000 persons.
Yes, yes.
So you talk about you funding this thing from your own pocket, the trainings that you conduct. How do you raise the money to function?
Where like mostly the director would say, like, gentlemen, I think we need to have a training. So I suggest that each person bring like 20, 20.
Mm.
So this is how we raise the money to conduct our training.
How do you see your work? As how do you see your work, especially in the in the internet, in this contemporary society where you train people about cybersecurity activities?
Wow. I see it to be like something great. And I believe that we all have the passion. We have to work in hands to keep doing what we are doing.
Okay, let me come to the executive director himself. He's you talk about the your vision to curtail the hiking of people's accounts about Wubi hikers and all that. Since you started operations in Liberia, how have you been? How what are your progress? What are some of your sources stories in terms of tracking down people who hack people's accounts?
Okay. Thank you very much. Some of our progress story are directly between our constituents, meaning the people of Liberia, those who were once victims.
Mm.
First, when we started in 2019, there was nothing like cyber-related crimes. So, like, what we did was that we advised people and showed them a few techniques on how to recover their accounts when an account is hacked. And with that, for all those that we provided individual or corporate training to, they usually call and say, yeah, LC, PMA, you guys are doing extremely well. I was able to recover my Facebook account back with you guys' advice. Like, for instance, somebody going to call and say, oh, LC, PMA, you guys are doing extremely well. Like, can you guys see the message the individual send me? They think I'm a fool. I'm going to send such a money that they are requesting for. Oh, SCPMA people are sending me a fake link. The link is so malicious. I'm not going to click on that. So, like, people that we taught from the corporate, from the general Liberian society, they are calling, appreciating us for what we taught them, and they are applying it in our daily life. So their testimony actually is a plus for our organization.
Do we need to know as it relates to this thing about hiking people's accounts? How actually does it work? Are you a specialist in such field of professionalism?
Yes, I got some accreditation when I was schooling in Botswana, and also like I did cybercrime investigation, and I was once upon a time trained by the
Is it
European
in
Union.
Ghana?
No, Botswana.
Oh, okay,
Botswana.
yes, sorry,
I was
Botswana.
also trained in Senegal in cyber patrolling and cyber infiltrations. So like that is my specialty.
Mm.
So like at the same time, uh, for people who actually encountering such a dangerous crimes, I with my organization, we see how best we also help them. But cybercrime in Liberia actually is very much dangerous, and the people are actually encountering problems. But with our intervention, at least there have been some sort of relief, especially for people who know us and contacting us on a daily basis. They are actually finding a solution.
Have you had encounters with some senior government officials, or have you heard stories about them of their accounts being hacked by hackers? And have you been able to intervene to have their cases settled as a specialist in this area?
There have been series of times that we overheard or we feel screenshot on Facebook or so and so person account is compromised or somebody else or created or another Facebook account masquerading or pretending to be so and so person. But sometimes you gotta be careful how you go about things. For instance, a Gio account is hacked and immediately somebody appear in front of Gio and say, Gio, your account is hacked, I'm here to investigate it. Then also that sounds very suspicious. So that's the reason we are doing outreach to Liberians to know that LCDPMA is here to help them
Hmm.
provide the education, also technical assistance and technical advice in how to recover their accounts whenever it is again. Moreover, it's not only about recovering, also identifying the person that created such a fraudulent Facebook accounts.
Mm. So you are more like always like you're not going to the people to ask them, but they come directly to you to tell you their problems that their accounts have been hacked, and you intervene.
Yes, yeah.
Is this thing more? What sort of harm does this hacking cause for people?
Okay, like take for instance, I will answer the question with series of case studies.
Mhm.
Let's take for a guy who hacked into a bank in America, 10 banks, and he was able to withdraw 50 million. So he conducted such an attack by using passports from 10 countries, including Liberia, Kenya, Nigeria, blah blah blah. So what was the how this guy conducted such an attack? Number
Okay.
one, he came up with a program to go to the USA. So and he never requested for money because money was not his major priority. His major priority is how best he can obtain passport copy for all these people. So people started applying, if there's an American trip
Mhm.
and nobody asks you for money, you believe that it is real. So people started applying, submitting copy of their passport, and the guy used all the passport to create accounts with all these 10 banks in the USA. Afterward, he created a profile. After he created a profile, he deposited such a money. Now, the profile creation aspect is just like somebody having access to the computer that is responsible to create employee account. So after creating an account, as long as you are in charge of that computer, you can just type in any number like $100, 50,000, and you go to the teller. As long as the money is there, your picture or your detail provided, you go to the teller. You say, "I'm here to withdraw so and so money." They are going to tap in your account number that you are going to provide. When the money that they give it to you. So now how the guy was able to attack the 10 American banks. So now I do remember in Liberia series of attacks actually affecting the banking sectors in Liberia. I remember there was a time where somebody conducted an attack using email spoofing. Email spoofing is a type of cyber attack where I ask you for your email address,
Mhm.
you give it to me, then I use your email address and send emails to people with the
Then people would like assume that I'm the real sender of those
yes,
messages.
with the proper configuration of the email header. You, the rightful owner of that email, you are not going to receive a copy.
Hmm.
So the how the guy conducted a attack using email spoofing. Then he used the bank client.
Hmm.
He used the lady passport, requesting the bank to send to reset the account details, the account number, and the password. So what the bank did was I said, okay, send a copy of your passport, and the hacker submitted it. After the hacker submitted it, automatically the bank gave all the technical detail, the account details to the hacker. and the guy started withdrawing money, donating to North Korea or South Korea or
To
Iran.
his partners.
Yes, you see.
So one person doesn't do that. It's a
No,
whole.
it's
It's
a
a chain. It's
network.
a chain of.
It's a network.
Hmm.
It's a network. So that how the account went zero balance. So that is another cyber attack. A cyber attack would be like where somebody hijack take over your Facebook account
Mhm.
and requesting for you to give out money ransom. We call that ransom where the individual is in possession of your Facebook account asking you for money before they can release it. That is a cyber attack. Then a cyber attack would be something like where somebody press few keys on the keyboard and shut down the website. If you try accessing the website, it's no longer available. That is a DDoS, distributed denial of service attack. So a cyber attack would be the type of attack where, for instance, somebody videotapes their friend and post it on Facebook without
Their knowledge.
without their authorization. That is cyber attack. So cyber attack, in short, is internet crime. Any crime that happens on the internet with the help of electronic devices like the computer, the mobile phone. These are cyber attacks.
Where does Liberia stand in this fight against cyber attack? Where are we? You are in this field, and you've come back brand with a fresh knowledge to help fight this crime. It's a heinous crime. How do we go about in this struggle?
Okay, Liberia, I'm very glad and appreciate the government of Liberia for enacting or passing the Cybercrime Act
As in
in
2021.
2021. Yeah, so first of all, we should have a law that classifies such a crime as a cybercrime. So the law is enacted, and the objective of the law is to provide an effective and unified legal, regulatory, and institutional framework for the prevention, detection, and prosecution and punishment of cyber crimes in Liberia. And the law also states objective is to ensure the protection of critical national information infrastructure and promote cyber security and the protection of computer system and network, electronic communication, data and computer program, intellectual property, and privacy rights. So with such a law, that is the first step to go. Citizens need to know that there is a Cybercrime Act that was enacted 2021, and citizens need to know what are some of the punishment that you will encounter by even posting something on the social media that is negative, or saying something that is not real about your friends or about a major politician. With the act, you will be penalized. People need to know that by providing even false information about an institution or an individual, you will be penalized. Moreover, people also need to know that even by going on the internet, Googling, like for instance, you want to develop a policy for your organization, then you get no knowledge at all. You say, "But I can get any policy from the internet,
from anybody institute, from any institution,
from any institute. I can get a policy, remove their name, and put my organization name." You can and you will be penalized. That is a major cyber crime.
So my question is, how we can fight that in Liberia? Is that really happening in Liberia, like in other countries? Are we at risk with that?
Yeah, in Liberia, it's actually happening a lot. In Liberia, first of all, how can we fight that? It starts with education. Like what the Liberia Cybercrime Prevention and Mitigation Agency is doing. We need to educate our public on such a crime. We need to do more awareness on cybercrime, on how people can actually prevent a cybercrime. Now, we also need to educate our people on a Cybercrime Act that was enacted 2021. So such a crime actually happening in Liberia. In Liberia, it's just like people are free to say anything they want to say. People are free to post anything they want to post because they feel that when they post or they say anything, that is their right, and they will go set free. But in other countries, they are knowledgeable that there is a law
a punishment
that if you violate such a law, you will be penalized. But for Liberians, they don't know. They just posting things or saying all type of stuff about people, creating all type of fake accounts on Facebook with the belief that they will not be penalized. So for Liberia, actually, it's increasing on a daily basis as compared to other countries according to our research.
Most of the people using the social media will take photos of individuals that victims of some disasters in different places in different countries, and they just direct them to Liberia that this thing happened right here in Nimba, it happened in Bonga, it happened this way, it happened that way. Is that a crime as well?
Yeah, it's actually a crime. It is a crime, like misinformation.
Disinformation.
Yeah, disinformation.
Quite recently, we went through similar training from some media trainers from both Nigeria and Ghana, right here on the compound of Elbc, and we went through some of those things. So, let's look at your work you do, and since 2019, how far have you gone? Have you been able to meet up with some stakeholders in government to push this agenda in an effort to what you're doing, so that they can prop you up to continue what you have started already to build the system up?
Okay. First of all, let me talk briefly about our services. Like we are the LCC PMA. We provide cyber patrolling services to the Liberian populate. Cyber patrolling is whereas we are on the internet. Our houses are on the internet. Our daily working activity are on the internet. So we research 24/7. We are on the internet. So for instance, if you say, "Oh, Gideon, I want for LCC PMA to please monitor my account. I'm noticing something." Yeah, you are not going to give for the account details. We only search whenever you post. We ask you, "Oh, you post this." If we notice that something was posted on your account and you are not the one who posted it, we notify you. And you say, "Okay, but you guys can contact the police and we can see how best we can give our technical assistance in identifying the individual that posted it." For instance, if another account was created under your name, we can also identify the person that posted. And with the collaboration from the Ministry of Justice, because we were accredited by the Ministry of Justice, we can see how best to identify the person and, if possible, deactivate such an account.
People normally don't. Some individuals who will be doing those things or these things I normally don't use their own photos. They use fake photos. Like if some men are doing this, they will post the photos of women.
Yeah.
Then how do you identify them and track them down?
Yeah, you see, like for although we have our techniques, but I will say one thing towards that without going too much technical. For every device that initiate a communication on the internet, there is an IP address. So
what is that
IP address? Is a unique address assigned to every computer that changes. Yeah, or internet protocol address. So like there is a unique address, the IP address.
Yeah.
So like it is not possible in 1 second time for two devices to use one IP address. So like we trace the IP address of the individual or the device that posted. In other technical means, we are able to identify the person through cyber patrolling. So that we also provide cyber patrolling. Besides cyber patrolling, we also provide technical assistance to the general public. Whereas your account is compromised, you say, "Oh, my account is compromised. How can I recover it?" We can give you some sort of advice, and you can follow the various steps. You can recover it. Also, we provide cyber security education. Is whereas we come to the institution, we say, "Oh, this is it. We want to provide cyber security education to your people. So like, can you please give us the platform Yes, we do that. And at the same time, on our Facebook pages, our WhatsApp groups, we usually post cyber security message, cyber security education messages to this group. And at the same time, we provide cyber crime awareness. We tell people beware of cyber crime. It's very much dangerous. These are the type of cyber crime, and these are the various ways they can come. So like be vigilant and prevent them from affecting you. So these are the services that we provide at the LCCPM. Yeah.
Okay, so let me hear from the assistant director for training. You talk about 1,000+ persons you've trained, and in different areas in government and private institutions as well. We do we stand a better chance in seriously combating what you have trained the people for in terms of implementing orderly to the fullest?
For sure.
Because what I'm asking is, because when you train people, you make follow-ups. Are you doing that as a monitoring component of your from your institution, following up to see whether those people are actually working, are actually doing what you taught them?
Yes. On a daily basis, the guys call the executive director, testing him on a daily basis.
Okay.
Because what they have been taught at the institution,
Mhm.
they are implementing it.
Okay. So it's just about appreciating you guys for the
Yes.
knowledge acquired
Yes.
that you provided them.
Yes.
Yeah. It's like,
Okay. I also want to say something towards that.
Mhm.
In all those that we train, we get our general groups. Yeah, the general group, they give us feedback.
okay.
Yeah, and also whenever they encounter some sort of problem, they also post in the general group, and we are very active in responding to them.
Mm. So most of the things they send in the general chat room is about prospects. They don't talk about
Yeah.
challenges. They don't talk about how sometimes they get stuck on the wayside in terms of doing what you expect them to do. Everything is just okay.
Like we there's a demarcation. The demarcation is if you are from a corporate institution
Mhm.
and you are handling corporate operation, we deal with your institution. But if there's something that is affecting you personally, we discuss it in a group.
Okay.
But in a group, we don't discuss organization operation, what affecting the organization. We deal with the high level of the organization. So you also ask a question on our engagement with high level or individual in the government. We also establish partnership with the CRO Council. CRO stands for Chief Information Council. They are the most powerful body when it comes to information, communication, and technology. They are residing in the Ministry of Posts and Telecommunication, and the council comprises of all ICT director and assistant ICT director within government. This beside the CIO council, we also, Liberia is actually getting better, and we pray that at a certain point in time, if institutions like LCCPMA with a technical skill approach an entity for collaboration, they will find a reason to collaborate. Because like from the past, can you imagine someone will write an institution to provide training? We say, okay, provide refreshment for participants and provide a venue. Still, it's too heavy for them. We don't have money to provide refreshment. Why you guys cannot provide refreshment? And we don't have one international support. So like people should take cyber security education very, very much important. If your institution need training, call LCCPMA, will come and provide a training. So that is the level. The people at the top level should find a reason to support institution like LCCPMA.
What kind of support do you need?
We need logistical support because Liberia is now under Monrovia.
Mhm.
Yeah, Monrovia is the capital city, and Mosoralo is one of the counties in Liberia.
Yeah.
So we need like logistical support. We need vehicles. We need computers. We need printers, and at the same time, we need some sort of financial support. Yeah, but we don't have one simple sponsor, both nationally and internationally, that is helping us with logistical and financial support.
So you don't have support. Then how you doing the training? How you been training the people over the time?
Yeah, like what the assistant training director said.
Because it's the
Everything.
legal meager resources, 20 cents or $20, $10, and other things. You don't
Yeah.
have equipment, so how you do the training now?
Our personal computers. Our personal
So the
computers.
people you train, they are sophisticated indeed. They have their own machines.
Yes.
You should have
Like,
a center where people will
yes.
come and sit and spend the rest of the day there to go to training.
That's the type of support we are looking for, because even in our strategic plan, our strategic plan, we talk about cyber crime simulation and training center. So the center, when you come, we provide a cyber security education, and we even demonstrate to you how cyber crime happen, so that you can see it live. If you see it live, you will believe, and you will also be more vigilant. We have all the plans, but nobody to sponsor.
I mean, you don't have sponsors. You don't have people coming in to help. Why then you just close your eyes on this entire cyber thing and do a different thing?
No, it is our profession,
You don't want your profession die.
and it is our passion to help the people.
So just keep helping, and one day your sun will shine.
Yeah, that's what we are doing, and we are succeeding in that. And you know,
Mm.
we through our advocacy, cyber. When we established or nothing as cyber today, 2021, the Cyber Crime Act was enacted. That is a plus. And still, we are here today. We are talking about the Cyber Crime Act. Maybe it was enacted years back. Maybe certain stakeholders, they don't really know the importance of it yet. That is the reason we are still talking about it. Telling the public that there is a Cyber Crime Act, and there is a need for people who are victims to engage the necessary stakeholder to address their grievances, because there is a law now, to combat such a crime.
No, we will soon open the lines to interact with the public. I guess people are interested, and some people are victims already from this cyber attack, and we this is a country that is established under a law, and with the penalties, you think what sort of penalties you think I needed for people who will be violating this crime against the Liberian people or against the state? This is not just about an individual. Somebody who hack an account, a social media account of an institution that benefits the larger public. What are what are some of the things you think I needed to put in place that will make others who want to be hikers to stay away from this unwholesome act?
Okay. Thank you very much. Like in the Cyber Crime Act, it will make clear that for every offense there will be a punishment. Now, let's take unlawful access to a computer system or infrastructure. So any person who, without authorization or exceeding authorization, intentionally access the whole or even in part or computer system infrastructure, commit an offense under this act and is liable upon conviction to imprisonment for a term not less than 2 years. So even by accessing somebody's computer system, by getting into that computer without their authorization or their approval, you go to jail for 2 years. It's in the Cyber Crime Act. And that's why LCCPMA is also promoting that people should go to jail, people should pay a fine for the crime that they are
What's the
going
fine?
to commit.
Do we have any amount stipulated in there? And if so, how does that person pay the fine that will benefit the work you do?
Okay. You know, for the financial
It was not. It was not.
yeah,
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 yeah.
I'm
But
not
the major one there is
there.
go to jail for 2 years.
Yeah, go
That's
to jail
good.
for two
It will
years.
deter others from doing that. Seriously. So, well, this afternoon, my guests are from the Liberia. That's the Liberia Cybercrime Prevention and Mitigation Agency. They are a group of young Liberians who went to Botswana for studies and they are back to Liberia. And they want to help Liberia to be secured when it comes to internet usage, of course. People hack people's accounts and make use of them and on the negative perspective, and they put people into danger with the larger public, with individuals, with government officials, and they've come to fight that. Of course, is a good dream for Liberia and all Liberians, and even those residing within the borders of our country should see this as a wake-up call, and we should fight cybercrime seriously. It's something that is not good for us as a country. So the numbers to be a part of the conversation this afternoon are 07728764810, 0772876481, or 0880514096, 0880514096. Once again, 077. Let's see if we can speak with this person on this line. This is line 2. Let me speak with this person. Oh, I'm so sorry. Okay. Good afternoon. Good afternoon, sir.
Yes, sir. Good afternoon.
Good afternoon. Please go ahead.
Yeah, Moses Musa. I'm calling from Lower Bottom.
Oh, you are in a very noisy area.
Yeah, I'm right next to the road.
But you,
Probably with breeze, but I'm in a quiet area anyway.
yes, let's hear you quickly. What is that your name?
I'm Moses Musa.
From where?
Yeah, I said from Lower Bottom.
Okay, from Lower Bombay. Let's hear you, Moses.
Yeah, what I'm saying, I don't have a one question because I'm a victim of account hijack. You know, my account was once hijacked and I've not been able to retrieve my account. So I want to know what the procedure that I can use to retrieve my account.
Okay, so your which of the accounts you're talking about, Facebook or what?
Facebook, yeah, Facebook account.
How long have you gone with that?
Yeah, been a while. It's still on.
Okay.
Still using it. I can't access it.
Okay, they will speak to that. Okay. Thank you. Just listen. You heard the caller. Do you want to speak to that? His account has been hijacked for a while now. His Facebook account, he can have access to it.
Okay. First, it is very, very sad to hear such a thing. You know, there are few non-technical things that can be applied. Number one, if you use a specific phone on an identical Facebook account for longer time, as long you try logging in and you go to Messenger, automatically it will read. Then the account will be reset. Number two, there is a law enforcement or platform. So you can also use a law enforcement or platform that are attached to Facebook. As long as you submit your details, it will be provided. Then the third is the most technical one, and that technical or aspect can be done by LCCPMA technicians.
0772876481, 0880514096, 0880514096, 0772876481. Call these numbers and be a part of the show. Good afternoon.
Yes, good afternoon.
Good afternoon. What's the name?
I'm Andrew Tamba James calling from New LBS community.
Go ahead, Andrew.
Yeah, let me say thank you to your studio guest. It's a good idea. Some of us have been victims of this hijacking of accounts. And I want to thank you to those guys for that great idea that they are bringing in that video. So, when we were talking about if someone go into your computer without your attention or probably the video, imprisonment. So, I want to know whether the public would be aware of those things before if somebody go wrong with those regulations, whether the public, what have they been putting in place for the public to be aware of those rules?
Okay. Thank you so much. Let me hear from this person. Good afternoon. Good afternoon. No. You see, you don't. Hello. I don't think I will continue with you. If you call, you need to leave from the radio, but you can be on around the radio. Then you expect us to have a frank conversation. It's distorted because we are using headphones in here. We're too young, and so yes, we're too young, and we want to have peace of mind with our our grandchildren who are getting old. So when they're calling us, we want to hear them. But so please leave from the radio and let's talk very quietly. Let's hear from this person. Good afternoon. Oh, this person is off the line. 077, and that's 077-287-6481. 077-284, that's 876481. Good afternoon. Oh, what's happening? This person is off the line. 077, that's 077-287-6481. You can call and let's have the conversation together, or 0880-514-096. 0880-514-096. Oh, this line, I don't know what's happening, but you can still call. My guests are still here. They are from the Liberia Cybercrime Prevention and Mitigation Agency. Let me hear from this person. Good afternoon. Good afternoon. Oh, 0880514-096, 0775978-530. You want to address the concern from the caller that just ended? Mm-hmm.
Okay. Some of the first day or the Cybercrime Act was once again in Act 2021. So it is good for the public to know what this identical Cybercrime Act is all about and the various provisions within the Cybercrime Act. So now what LCDPMA as a non-governmental organization is doing now is to conduct a massive awareness about the various provisions that are within this identical Cybercrime Act. So people should know that if you post somebody or stuff on Facebook, you will be penalized and go to jail for so and so amount of time or pay so and so fund. People should know that even by using somebody's email account to write messages to or to terrorize another people, you will go to jail for so and so amount of years. So LCDPMA is on a move now, starting the awareness aspect of the Cybercrime Act. So citizens will be knowledgeable about all the provisions that are in the Cybercrime Act, and I think that will also help them to avoid some of the things that we are talking about.
Okay, let's hear from this person. Good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
Yes, sir.
Abraham K. Clark joining from Meriden County, Florida City.
Go ahead now.
Hello?
Go ahead. Please.
Yes, thanks to the studio guest. Just want to ask a question and also to
Oh God. Good afternoon.
Yes, good afternoon.
Yes, go ahead.
Yes, I'm calling you from Elbc, Greenville County.
Go ahead from Grand Crew.
Yes, okay, I want to appreciate your children this afternoon. You spoke collectively. These are the kind of things we
Excuse me, listen, please. Wait now. Please listen. Hello, please listen. Please
Yeah.
listen. What are you talking about?
Yeah, I see. Oh, I thought I read.
You see there? You see?
Oh, I thought I read.
You, oh, 0880514096. I take two more calls, then I go back to my guest, then we wrap up the goal. 07759. That's okay. Let me take it from right here. Good afternoon.
Yeah, good afternoon.
Yes, sir. Quickly.
Yeah, I'm Andrew James calling from LPS for the second time. Sorry, but I got a question which have to do with there are instances where someone will create a fake account where they don't have their main information on our account and they want to trace people because I had an experience some time back. A guy, I don't know if he is a guy, but the person was chatting with me like a female and they created a fake account. I knew it was a fake account, but they wanted to like gain something from me. At the end of the day, when they realized that they were not able to get me, that's how they blocked me. So there are instances maybe where somebody will create a fake account and they don't have their particular information on that to hack your account. I don't know whether those people will be able to trace people like that as well.
Okay, thank you. You heard him?
Okay. Yes. We get a technical the technical skill that a technical case for on our active cyber patrolling. We have our active cyber patrolling. We are able to trace and even deactivate such an account. But let me just make it clear: the cyber security, our field, there are three things we prevent, we stop it from happening, and we also detect when it happens. Even when it doesn't cause harm, we know that yes, it is happening. Then we counter attack. The counter attack is where we also use our technical means to get into your infrastructure to get back whatsoever that you took from us. So with our cyber patrolling and with the core functionality of our profession, we are committed to do that.
Okay, gentlemen, time is out. Hope that we can have another time again to talk more about your institution. Let me just hear from the your party comments, Mr. Assistant Director for Training, James Moba.
Yeah, Jim.
Yeah, just quickly.
Okay. I want to say thanks for having us. I want to let each and every one of us Liberians to know that cybercrime is a crime that is valuable. So if anyone have, be it your friend or your brother, you should know too that you are a hack. Thanks.
Okay, Mr. Executive Director.
Okay. Thank you, Liberians, for the opportunity once again, and I want to encourage every Liberian to take cybercrime as a major issue, and I also want to appreciate the government of Liberia effort in enacting the Cybercrime Act in 2021, and LCCPMA as a non-profit organization needs support to provide its cybersecurity education program and to be able to carry on massive awareness about this identical Cybercrime Act. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much, gentlemen. It was good having you guys this afternoon. It was actually wonderful.
Thank you very much.
Well, of course, they've been my guest from the Liberia. That's the Liberia Cybercrime Prevention and Mitigation Agency, of course, in presence of James N. Gidio. James N. Gidio is the executive director, and that of James Moba, assistant director for training. And they've been my guest on the bumper show this afternoon. And of course, they've been my guest, and that's how we end this first lap of the program. Hope that we can have another time with them on this platform. This is the bumper show on ELBC 99.9 and other frequencies across Liberia. My name is Melvin Stewart. I'm taking this break and be right back, after which we start something right there in central Monrovia. The pipes are bursting up and the toilet, the feces are all rolling in the streets of Monrovia. I was there sometimes back, like 2 weeks ago, around Ashmont Street, around even Crown Hill. People septic tanks just burst, and at the end of the day, you see the feces rolling down on the quota, where people sitting there selling, eating, and other things. It's hard. It's seriously bad for us as a government, as a country, rather. And all we need to do is that we put some mechanisms into place to ensure that we have a very clean city. So I hope that the Monrovia City Corporation bus is taking key note of this. We need a clean city. We need a decent community. We need a safe society. We need our people to be healthy. So yes, when we speak about these things and when we talk about them, we get your side of it, and we get some recommendations to central government and to partners that are in country to help us to make our city clean. It's a very wonderful conversation that we will dive into this afternoon. Like I said, my guest I was to have had the guest from Nimba County, Representative Jan Toba. He was to be my guest this afternoon, but unfortunately, he turned us down. Hope that we can have him another time. But let's go for this quick break. When we come back,